Hey, what's going on, everybody? As you can tell from our attire, it is new movie night. As you can also tell from our attire, we did not decide to go out to IMAX to see tonight's movie, and thank the spirits above and below, because if I would have paid to see this, I would have walked out. Mortal Kombat 2021 is in theaters and streaming on HBO Max, and in short, it sucks.
It wasn't very good.
It wasn't good at all, it was not okay. You know what's funny though? The opening scene. The opening scene is a wonderful opener. Mm-hmm. It's very moody. It's very quiet. It has a lot of character.
Yes.
And it has a lot of style to it.
Yes.
The choreography is wonderful. The action is great. The acting, right, between Sub-Zero and Scorpion is fantastic. Those two actors can do so very much with just their eyes.
Yes.
And then that opening ends, the logo hits, and then we get introduced to fan favorite franchise veteran Cole. If you don't know who Cole is, don't worry. Neither is anybody else. Apparently, that was a WB mandate. They demanded that we have Cole. And here's the thing, right? So if we're...
It's not Christmas.
No. It feels like it, though, and I'm on the naughty list. Here's the thing. If you insist on giving us these human characters to follow because you feel like we can't connect with someone who lost their family, was banished to hell, literally was able to control the fires of hell just to take out his mortal enemy, right? Because no one can relate to that. But if you are able to, or if you decide to give us a human character to go on this journey of self-discovery and self-worth with, can you at least make that character worth it? Can you at least cast somebody who can act? Can you at least hire writers, plural or singular, that are actually able to write something better than a kindergartner? No offense to the kindergartners out there, because they got more imagination than this movie does.
I was going to say, they got passion, man. When they put their mind to something, they write.
And that's another thing, this movie lacks passion. So Mortal Kombat, the games, are wild fighting games, okay? You can have either the most bare bones basic match against somebody who only does the same move over and over, or you can go up against a finger wizard who just does nothing but all of the combos. You don't even get to touch your controller. You're not even in the same room, okay? You're in a whole other universe, and this guy wipes the floor with you. But this movie's fight scenes are so dull. They're so boring. Against just either A, a really poorly CGI'd background, or B, in a freaking trailer. And that's not a joke. It means literally in a trailer.
Literally.
Poorly lit against a CGI lizard that makes the lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man look good. And then that's another thing. The visual effects in this movie. I will never, and I mean never, let it be known here right now, I will never make fun of Hellboy. I will never make fun of Black Panther. I will never make fun of The Fire and Get Out, because Jesus, the visual effects in this movie are second to all. They suck.
They're not good.
No, they're not good. Goro looks pathetic. The blood is pathetic. The visual effects are pathetic. Everybody's visual effects in here are so terrible. Which is funny, because the visual effects in the beginning of the movie, I mean, they're great.
So good, but...
And then it just...
It's like somebody, came in, a different team came in after the good team went home for the day and was just like...
No, we'll hurry this up.
And then they just put it out.
Right.
And everybody was like, okay.
I think what actually happened was that they put so much money into the opening scene, and then they were like, what we need to do now is put the remaining money towards, and then the janitor spoke up and said, towards the acting, and then this executive said, no, you're fired. We're putting that money towards the dubstep remix of the Mortal Kombat theme, which just sounds like two 1987 Macs getting it on. What else is horrible about this movie?
Trying to remember the movie.
There's nothing really memorable about it, except for a couple standouts like Kano. Okay? The guy that played Kano, he did the absolute best that he could with some of the worst childish writing possible. I mean, this dude literally carried this movie on his shoulders to the point where I want to start a GoFundMe for his chiropractor bill. Okay, because he literally carried the entire movie.
He did really good.
But don't worry, folks, because he ends up being a fan favorite, which means he dies in the most pathetic way possible as a terrible punchline to a terrible joke earlier in the terrible movie. But hey, don't worry, we're on this journey with Cole, everybody's favorite everyman, He never existed in the games. This was mandated by WB, and he's so boring, and the actor is a terrible actor. It's like watching a stage play. There's no emotion behind it. And then when he does have emotion, he overacts.
It's so hard.
It's so hard. He's terrible.
Like,
even when he's fighting against the CGI Goro, it's like, my dude, if you could at least like have a tennis ball on a stick so he has the right like sight line there, because Goro's eyes are up here, old boy's looking here.
It's
like, stop staring at his junk for a second. Eyes up here, my dude.
I liked Subway and Scorpio. Those are my two favorite people. When they were fighting at the end, that was fun.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Scorpion decided to take a vacation in hell, right? So you have a guy who tried to do his best to protect his family. Okay?
So cool.
Dies.
Yes.
Goes to hell.
Yes.
Harnesses the power of hell.
Amazing.
Controls hell.
Yes.
Comes up.
Yes.
Back to life. Reincarnated. Kills Sub-Zero.
Fantastic.
But he's not the main character in the movie.
No.
It's his offspring. It's his cousin Jeb. Who at WB thought that was a good idea?
Yeah.
Needs to be fired. But then again, at this point, after everything that's been happening with WB, I think just WB needs to be fired itself. Fire the frog while you're at it. We'll move on to the next thing. I don't know why people are raving about the fight scenes either, right? So, the fight scenes are terrible. And they are so poorly cut and poorly edited. It feels like I'm watching Taken 3. And if you guys know what I'm talking about with Taken 3, specifically the part where he jumps over the fence, but you see that from 10 different angles. Yeah, she's fortunate she hasn't seen it.
I don't like them.
Yeah, well, Taken 3's not good. It's the fight scenes are whack and they're lame. And then the fight scene with Jax at the end, his big moment, he finally has his big, awesome robot arms, and it's such a slow, boring fight scene. He gets like 3 hits in, and then he crushes the dude's head, has a dumb one-liner, and then that's it? Come on, man.
When it was done, I was kind of just sitting there like...
Because then the shot just lingers. Like you feel like there's supposed to be something more. It's very poorly edited, but you can tell, though, this is another one of those movies that WB went in and just snip, snap, because movies can only be 2 hours, folks. They certainly can't be more than that. You know, movies that have exceeded the 2.5 hour mark certainly don't do well. Avatar. Endgame.
I didn't understand when Scorpion and Subway were fighting, and Coalboy
Coalboy
went mid-fight multiple times to go save... I mean, I get it, he was saving his family, but like...
He stopped, right? So him and Scorpion are fighting Sub-Zero. They're teaming up, you know, the family bond or some crap, I don't know. And so, Cole takes it upon himself, literally just stops mid-fight to punch the ice off of his family.
While poor Scorpion is literally over there trying to, like, get himself out of the snow that he's, like, latched in. And Cole's like, oh, gotta go.
Yeah.
You got it, bro? Because I gotta do this. It was just kind of like, I scratched my head because I kind of was like, what is he doing?
It's bad. We'll end this on a positive note. So here's some good things. The opening 10-15 minutes, really just sit through that, cut the movie off, and then go and watch the recently released animated Mortal Kombat movie. I think it was Scorpion's Revenge, if I'm not mistaken. Much better. And then just leave it at that. Other standouts include my boy Kano.
Kano's good,
You know, he literally carried this movie. Kung Lao, he was
very good,
amazing, and so was Liu Kang. I mean, really, they could have had a movie based on those two and their familial bond together.
Very cool.
But no.
You know, I give it 2 tacos out of 5. 2 because it was funny sometimes, so I was laughing.
I was laughing. That was more out of sadness. I give it no tacos. Okay, I'll say it. I'm going to be honest and I'm going to say it. I think the original one from the 90s is better. Okay, because at least the actors tried. And at least Goro was a puppet. Okay, an animatronic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Okay?
Can't really do it. No.
Compared to that CGI walking muddy turd. That's just our opinion. We would like to know what you guys think. If you've seen it,
how many tacos would you give it? Would you, out of 5, give it a 1, a 2, a 3? Don't give it a 5. That doesn't make sense. But if you want to, you go right ahead and we'll talk about it.
To be fair, the taco rating scale actually technically only goes up to 4 because you're supposed to eat the 5th one. But, let us know down in the comments below if you've seen this movie. If you originally planned on it and we happened to sway your opinion. Look, I hate bad movies. I like bad movies. I own bad movies. People like this movie somehow. So look, just give it a shot. If you're bored this weekend,
good luck.
No, actually, just go back and watch Godzilla vs. Kong again. That was
big guy.
Yeah, that was better. But until next time, guys, we'll see you on the next new movie that comes out that we review. I think we'll be a little pickier on the next one, though. Adios.